like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who can bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop. Until you get your mouth off LDBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yeah, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. So like, share, subscribe. Y'all tap on in. Y'all know what it is, man. And if y'all can hear me, man, press 2 in the comment section. Got a mic check. Press 2 if y'all can hear me. And shout out to Ted. Shout out to Eric, Orlando, Aaron, Guided, Private, Loosebell, Percy, Game, By the Book, Sheila, Tony, Adrian, Shy, Josephine, Brenda, Monica, Living Legacy, Percy, Rose, Blue, Kitty, Dorset, Jamie, Les Ram, Big Meech, Gedishin 824, Dogma, T-Bone, Mr. Thames, Michael, Craig, Maryland, Liminal, Prince, Fahanet, Carmen, M. Shan, Tony Piper, I see you, dog. Salute. Percy, Jenny Velez, what's up, baby? Jewel, Horizon, Miss Real Deal, Israel, Guided. And salute to everybody else in the building. Sharon, Neon, TB. I see all y'all. Jughead, Miss Melanie, how you doing, baby? Jay Jackson, what's good? Percy, Rose, Craig, Twan. Y'all can hear me? All right, let's get it. Look, man. And shout out to everybody. Yo, everybody been sending me donations in the Cash App and PayPal that I pinned at the top of the chat. I appreciate all y'all, man. Real talk. Salute to all of y'all because it's been love, man. And if y'all want to donate, y'all can do so. Shout out to Cairo Matthews in the Cash App with the donation. Shout out to Terrence Price 2 times in the Cash App. Shout out to David in the Cash App. Shout out to Theory and Lisa in the Cash App. Shout out to Roger Johnson that sent donations to the Cash App, man. Everybody that's been getting behind, showing me love and supporting me. I appreciate you. Look, let's get into this. So I told y'all the other day when I came in here, I told you guys, we got to go back 1 second because I'm about to tell you what just happened. Some of y'all going to be mad, but don't be mad at me. I'm just the mailman. All I'm doing is delivering the news. People be getting mad at me like I'm the one making up the news. No, I'm just delivering the news. But I told y'all the other day that news article came out, the New York Post, and the New York Post stated that they had the Diddy freak off tapes. And in those tapes, they stated in that article, as y'all can see, they stated that it often coincided with some of the biggest star-studded parties at the height of his fame, with at least 3 wild sex parties taking place after major events, according to a trove of video files and documents previously documents viewed exclusively by the Post. Now, I'm telling y'all this. I want to say this. The other day when I came in here and told y'all about this, people was getting mad saying, oh, man, because see, what's going on is, man, is that the feds, they gave him copies of that video. Shout out to Ivan Moon and the Cash App, too, with the donation. The feds gave him the copies of those tapes and blah, 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 blah. But listen, I need y'all to understand something. I know y'all don't think that it was just one copy of those tapes. I know y'all don't think it's just one copy of those tapes. Man, it's multiple copies of those tapes, in my opinion. And I know it for a fact because, got those tapes too. the dude Courtney Burgess said he had those tapes in his possession on hard drives, and this is before the newspaper, a week before the newspaper got him. So to say, oh well, it has to be the feds giving him, man, listen, bro, them tapes got multiple copies out there now. People got them tapes, and you think people only kept one copy? Hell no. People got multiple copies. Same thing happened with Diddy with that hotel video with Cassie. He thought he bought off that video, but they made multiple copies. See what I'm saying? Of that video. So Diddy bought one video, but didn't know that there was another copy of the video still existed. So it says that the clips suggest that the orgies, which the federal prosecutors say sometimes involve women who are threatened or coerced by performing grueling, hour-long sex acts, were happening just below the surface as Diddy rubbed elbows with the biggest names in Hollywood, music, and sports. Now, it went on in that article, and this is where Diddy's lawyers blew up, and I'm about to tell y'all. It said that two men took turns having sex with a very young black woman who clearly had a white blank under her nose. Diddy could be seen in the background wearing a white t-shirt with the words "God is the greatest" written in black. The same shirt he was photographed wearing at the VMA after party. It says in another clip from the night, a couple had loud sex on the table as a group of well-dressed people stood around. And then it went on to say that in those videos viewed by the Post are the same archive of videos that included the footage that appears to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-list star. Now, Courtney Burgess did the interview, and he told y'all in the interview who that young A-list star was. And in fact, he said he had 3 videos where Diddy was having that with allegedly with underages stars, celebrity stars, and he named them, and he has those videos. But it says the video has been shopped around for sale to news outlets by more than one purported seller. Now, check this out, y'all, right? So in that article, they got a quote from federal agents in that article. Now, here's the thing y'all got to remember, because y'all going to get mad. In that article that they talked about right here, this article has nothing to do with Diddy's current indictment. People got to understand this. I know y'all want to be upset, but Diddy is not currently indicted for this. So when this article came out the other day, and I told y'all that this article had come out and they said they got those tapes, Diddy's lawyers exploded, because these are not the tapes that have been entered into evidence for this case. These tapes are not perpetuant to this case. They're not important as far as this case is concerned, because this case does not involve underages in this case. So Diddy's lawyers went ballistic. Diddy's lawyers went ballistic. So that's when I told y'all. They sent that mandate, and they sent another letter to the judge. And I knew personally inside of me when they sent that to the judge, I was like, damn, dog, the judge's going to shut this shit down, because, you know what I'm saying? The Diddy's lawyers is right, technically, because this has nothing to do with his current federal prosecution. And here's the thing. The feds have another superseding indictment coming down. But that is different from what Diddy's on trial for now. And his judge and his lawyers are saying, look, this, along with stuff like what I told y'all yesterday. Now, they can't control nothing about this. But what it does is that they're putting Diddy in that. So it says a woman accuses Chris Brown of R-wording her on Diddy's yacht. So those type of reports, Diddy's lawyers are saying, yo, these are destroying our client in the court of public opinion. So I told y'all Diddy had went and got that new judge assigned to the case, right? So Diddy already got one win, because they're going to give him another bail hearing, and he decided to delay his bail hearing until November the 4th, when he goes back to court on November the 4th in front of this new judge. Now, here's the breaking news. The judge has now slapped the feds with a gag order in Diddy's criminal case after the alleged freak-off parties were revealed. Now, I told y'all this was going to happen. I told y'all. So now what Diddy has done is, and this is going to be the test right here. This is what I'm going to tell y'all before I read what's going on. This is what I think is going to happen. now that Diddy has won in court with this gag order, so Diddy won a couple wins. He won and got a new judge on the case when the other judge held him for detention. His lawyers argued about Mike Jeffries getting free, who just got arrested, the white dude from Abercrombie and Finch, who just got arrested by the feds for sex trafficking and some of the same things Diddy got. He got a $10 million bond and was on an ankle brace. And he had all kind of stuff. He got they say he got allegedly almost 100 victims, and they let him off on bail. Diddy's lawyers put out that mandate that said that the federal government is breaking the law because the only reason why they're holding Diddy is to punish him, because they want to punish him. His lawyers are saying that his bail package is enough for him, the $50 million in the bail package and all the things they told y'all. No women, only family, under guard 24 hours, all of this. They're saying that's enough for Diddy to be released from the prison, from jail right now until his trial, right? Now, I told y'all the real reason why Diddy lawyers want to get him released from trial right now. I'm telling y'all, I got this thing on the dot. Y'all think the trial is going to start in May. Y'all lost y'all damn mind if y'all think that trial is going to start in May. That trial is not starting in May. Diddy's lawyers got to do everything they can do right now to get Diddy out of jail, so that they can delay the case and have him out for years in order to build up a defense towards this case. Now, here is the problem, y'all. I'm going to read this article for y'all. Here's the problem, and I need y'all to please listen, man, because I know y'all going to get mad at me, but I'm telling y'all what the real is. Diddy might end up getting bail from this new judge based off the fact that, here's the thing, Diddy did make the 100 and something calls to the girl, but the feds could not prove that those calls were threatening. You can call somebody 100 something times. The girl never said that he threatened her. The feds are saying that those were attempts to show that he threatened her. Diddy's lawyers wanted the Cassie tape thrown out. They wanted the Cassie tape thrown out because the Cassie tape shows Diddy, beating her and restraining her and not allowing her to leave. But the feds were saying that, not the feds, Diddy's lawyers are saying they want that tape thrown out, right? Cassie tape, because these lawyers are saying that, hey, the feds are the ones that put that tape out. They're the ones that gave that tape to the media to sully this case. If the new judge determines that's true, you never know what he could do with that tape. And that tape makes up a big part of this case with Diddy as far as this one indictment. So that tape, they're going to try to determine who was leaking that stuff to the media. Now, watch this, y'all. This is what I think right here, and I'm finna tell y'all right now. Something else gonna leak. Something else gonna leak, and I'm gonna tell y'all why something else gonna leak. Something else is gonna leak to the press after this gag order has just been put down, because it's gonna quote unquote prove that the feds are the ones that ain't leaking it. Watch what I tell y'all this now. I want everybody to listen. Something major is gonna leak. Even after this gag order. So Diddy got a big win with this gag order. But listen to what I'm telling y'all. Something major is going to leak to the press soon. Another video, something explosive, watch. And there's a gag order on this case. So the fans is going to say, hey, that's not us. Y'all trying to say it's us. That's not us leaking that stuff. So something else is crazy. Watch what I tell y'all. Because Diddy got this big win right here. And I'm telling y'all, with them freeing Mike Jeffries, the situation with Diddy is going to get crazy, because he may get bail. He may get bail. And y'all watch. As soon as he get bail, they're going to delay that trial in May. And this is the reason why I'm telling y'all this from the beginning. They're going to, in my opinion, they're trying to fight to get Diddy out so they can delay the trial. And the longer the trial goes, the harder it gets. Because the longer you can push a trial, remember, if they can push the trial back and delays while Diddy's out for 3 or 4 years, guess what happens? Sometimes Witnesses change their mind. Sometimes some people may not make it 3 or 4 years until then to be able to be a witness. And that might not be because of Diddy. That may be because of natural causes, anything. Sometimes a person their memory may be off. It's hard to keep things in perfect order that you want to keep it in. See what I'm saying? And it gives Diddy's team more time to try to build whatever type of defense they want to build. The problem is for them is that it's going to be a superseding indictment coming with tons of goddamn going on more accusations, and then they might just go pick him back up again and lock his ass up back again on a superseding indictment. Nobody knows when that's coming. But his lawyers are trying to get him out so they can fight to push that back. Now, here's the situation with the gag order. So it says the judge slapped the feds with the gag order in Diddy's criminal case after an alleged freak-off parties were revealed. Now, y'all said I was capping when I told y'all that. I told y'all on this channel I was never capping. When I told y'all they had those tapes, they really got those tapes. But I told y'all, and everybody was like, ticket, but they can't do nothing about it. I said, bro, listen, bro, as much as I hate anybody that's a underage person being violated, bro, there's nothing that they can do as far as this case is concerned. There's nothing they can do as the evidence was not turned into a judge as far as a new superseding indictment. It hasn't been. So the judge can't use that and say, okay, well, yeah, I'll see that now. Boom, let's hold them in. It has nothing to do with this current case. So it says Sean Diddy Combs won a small victory in court after a judge slapped down federal agents suspected of leaking information in the sex trafficking case. Diddy's lawyers had asked for a gag order on the feds after the Post detailed the embattled musician's depraved alleged freak-offs and quoted a federal law enforcement source involved in the probe who called the orgies sick-ish. And it goes on. It says, in response, this is the new judge Diddy got, y'all. Diddy and them got this new judge. Remember I told y'all they got this new judge? This is the new judge they got. In response, the Manhattan federal judge, Orange Subramanian, issued an order late Friday warning federal prosecutors and other law enforcement officials working on the case to follow existing laws, barring them from releasing any grand jury information or other non-public information that can impact a fair trial. And listen, I'm going to tell y'all before I go on, bro, what y'all think can happen if they break this? What y'all think can happen if they break this? Now, if another leak comes out and they say, hey, it wasn't us, but they break it, bro, this could throw all kind of ish into the game. So now it's going to be a tricky, like sticky situation to see is more shit going to come out to the media? And if it does, are the feds going to say, hey, see, we told you that wasn't us? Or is Diddy's legal team going to be able to say, see, they ain't playing fair. They still leaking shit, and that's breaking the law, and that broke your what you call it, and now that hurts the case. How many cases y'all seen get thrown out because of, technicalities and stuff like that? So you got to think about that too. It says those remarks if made by an agent involved the investigation or prosecution of this case are plainly improper, the judge wrote. So Diddy's new judge said that what those federal agents allegedly told the New York Post, right, were improper. And so now he's putting a gag order on all those people, right? And it says, to be clear, this order isn't based on a finding that there's been any wrongdoing thus far, right? As the court has made no findings at this juncture relating to Diddy's allegations that in the information related to the case has been leaked. Now, peep this, y'all. The judge admitting that they can't prove that the feds leaked that information about those sex tapes to the media. Now, I told y'all, them niggas said out, everybody said I was capping coming in this comment section. Oh, Tookie, you capping. They got Diddy on tapes with them young boys, allegedly, y'all. And the newspaper said they got the tapes. That one dude, y'all said I was capping when I told y'all the dude, Courtney Burgess, this was an insider. He said he got those tapes. He named the names. Everybody, oh, it's a lie, man. It's a lie. The newspaper got the goddamn tapes. And now Diddy's lawyers, they're not denying, the existence, they're denying that it wasn't the feds. They're saying it was the feds that leaked that tape to the newspaper. And they're irate about that. And they're accusing them of having a deal with the media to leak information to destroy Diddy before they even go to court. But the judge says, even though I don't have no evidence, look at that paragraph, y'all. The new judge Diddy got says, even though I don't have no evidence that they leaked information, I'm still putting this gag order on this case. Think about that, y'all. So the judge says right there in the first paragraph, I don't even have no evidence that the feds leaked this information. He says that, let's be clear, this order is not based on a finding that there's been any wrongdoing thus far, as the court has made no findings at this juncture relating to Diddy's allegations that the information related to the case has been leaked. The judge added, he said, the point of this order is to help ensure that nothing happens from now on that would interfere with a fair trial. So Diddy's lawyers, without being able to prove that the feds leaked it, just their allegations, have now brought up a gag order on this case. Now, you know what that's going to mean? It's that the court will take appropriate action for any violation of the rules. Told y'all this. And that's a major victory by that, because you know what that does? That's going to scare anything. Because now, check this out. Something else get leaked to the media, which I know is probably going to happen, because I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. Now, all of these independent people who have this information, who probably wanted this information to be leaked out, now what they're going to be doing is, people who have this stuff, they're going to start coming off this shit to the media now, even more. More tapes. More tapes. Why should I tell y'all? More tapes are going to be leaked to the media, and it's not going to be the feds, right? And so what's going on is this. Now, even if it's not the feds, the judge, if he makes a determination in his mind, that it's the feds, even if it's not the feds, if he thinks it's the feds, based off of whatever comes in front of his table, it says the court will take appropriate action for any violation of the rules. Now, you think about what that means. It goes on now, and it says earlier this month, Diddy's lawyers requested a hearing in the case over allegations that the Department of Homeland Security agents leaked the damning 2016 footage showing Diddy beating his ex-girlfriend Cassie in a hotel hallway. The hearing, which is still pending, sought to bar the feds from improperly sharing any additional information from criminal cases with the press. Now, that was the one that was different, y'all. That one they could show. And see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Bro, this shit deeper than the Carter. Think about this, y'all. This shit is deeper than the goddamn Carter. I want y'all to really use y'all brains. And everybody who might have been supporting P. Diddy, this is the reason why Ticket will not support this piece of shit, scumbag, son of a snitch. And I'm going to tell y'all why right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if those tapes did not have those underages in them, the newspaper would have released the stills with blurred out, or they would have released, the news would have released some of those videos edited as far as so you can't see the action. They're not doing it because they can't do it, because it's underages allegedly on those videos, which is why they can only talk about it in the news report. That's why the news report wrote it how they wrote it. So you read between the lines. The Cassie tape, they could release the Cassie tape because Cassie was not underage. And Diddy didn't, do something on that tape that they deemed that, okay, if we show this to the world, it's going to be something that breaks the law. And they show those videotapes that they got with those underages on it, it's over with. I mean, the news publication is going, I mean, they're done. So that's why I told y'all. That's why y'all have not seen those tapes. Because everybody knows that they're afraid to release those videotapes. Because if they release those videotapes and anybody finds out they release those videotapes, they're going to prison. So all y'all going to hear is rumors about what's going on those tapes. And then the rumors were confirmed by the newspaper when the newspaper said they got the tapes. And then the newspaper admitted that the feds said that they got the same tapes. But the tapes ain't in this indictment. That's why Diddy's lawyers are exploding. Because they're saying, man, y'all are destroying our client. In the court of public opinion, these videotapes have nothing to do with this case. And y'all are running this through the media because now they're saying that they're telling that they had quotes going to the press. And now to damage Diddy, even though this has nothing to do with this case. And even if it did have something to do with this case, they're going to say, hey, man, why y'all going to the press? Because y'all had a quote in the New York Post. It says the hearing, which is still pending, sought to bar the feds from improperly sharing additional information from the criminal cases with the press. Combs is facing racketeering and sex trafficking charges over allegations that he ran his record label Bad Boy Records like a criminal enterprise for more than a decade. It goes on to say he's currently locked up in Brooklyn, blase, blase, blah. This situation, y'all, is about to get crazy, 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 bro. Because this new judge holds all the cards, bro. This new judge holds all the cards. And if you're Diddy's legal team right now is probably fighting tooth and nail to try to get any type of evidence that they leaked that Cassie tape. And now the fact that because look, y'all got to look at this. Y'all, look at this. Read the last words of that article that they wrote on October 25th. The videos revealed. The freak off sex parties, the videos revealed. They have the videos. They got the videos. And then if y'all read through that whole article, because that article told y'all that the feds said they have those tapes. But why is nobody releasing those tapes? You can't release a tape with two white men taking turns on a very young. Read how they wrote it, y'all. Very young black woman. Why would they put very young? The newspaper they telling y'all without telling y'all. See what I'm saying? Black woman who clearly had a white blank under her nose. So if the feds got those tapes, and then the feds said in this article, they said, look, if Diddy was just having consensual freak-off sex parties, we wouldn't care. That's not what's going on here, though. And the feds said they got those tapes. Then they told y'all that they have Diddy on tape, allegedly having sex with that much younger male A-list star. I told y'all, Courtney Burgess has already told y'all 3 dudes he got on tape Diddy having sex with. And remember they said the feds got the tape? And remember I told y'all, Courtney Burgess has said that the feds, that same day he did that interview, they went and got them tapes from the other dude he was cool with. They went and got those tapes. This was before this New York Post article came out. So they went and got those tapes from them. Courtney Burgess told the feds, hey, y'all can come get these tapes from me as well. I don't want these tapes. I'm not trying to sell them. Right? Y'all think, and the dude asked him, he's like, yo, did you make copies of the tape? He was like, nah, I ain't make no copies of the tape. Why you think that? Think about this, though. Y'all think ain't nobody got no copies of them tapes to save their ass? Let me tell y'all something. In my opinion, everybody got copies of them goddamn tapes. And that's the only thing that's going to save them. Who on God's green earth would people know got a copy? Think about this, y'all. Why would this dude have tapes and not have copies, knowing that the day he comes off those copies, he's useless to a lot of people now. As long as he got those copies, think about it. So when y'all thinking about the feds, this is what I think happened. Feds went and picked up those videotapes. The day he said that, that interview was about a week and a half ago. The day he said that same day the feds had already went to his boy and picked up those videos. The feds probably went and got those videos from him. he probably had another copy of those videos. Not him, but somebody else probably had another copy of those. Somebody. I'm just going to put it like that. I'm not going to say him. Somebody probably had a copy of those videos. And somebody, and I'm not saying it was Courtney, somebody gave those videos to the newspaper because they said that they was trying to shop those videos around right there. But somebody gave them to the newspaper. Right? So they gave them to the newspaper, and the newspaper ran the article once they seen those videos. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And then Diddy's lawyers confirmed when they came out and wrote that there was a leak, and they were accused the feds of giving those videos to the New York Post. Because in this article, remember now, the feds said in this article, y'all, they said that they confirmed in that article that they had a copy of those tapes. They confirmed it. In that article, the feds confirmed that they had a copy of those tapes. And once the feds confirmed that, according to the report, it's over with. It's over with. It's over with. And see, I'm about to show y'all right now. See what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to put it on the screen right now and show y'all where that article said that. Y'all smash the like button, share, and subscribe too. Right? So watch right here, y'all. It says federal officials raided 2 of Diddy homes in March, seizing hundreds of sex videos and a mountain of sex paraphernalia, including 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. In a statement, the U.S. Attorney's Office alleged that the sex parties were not always consensual. Right? And so, now watch this. It says these events, which Combs referred to as freak-offs, were elaborate sex performances he arranged, directed, and often electronically recorded. Now watch this right here. Quote unquote. This is what they told the newspaper, allegedly, the government official, right? It says these are consistent with the videos we have. Game over. The superseding indictment is coming, and it's gonna have underages in there. It's gonna have underages. The feds got the tapes, but the problem is Diddy's not on trial for that right now. So his lawyers are saying, you guys are putting this information to the press. It's damaging our client. This has nothing to do with this case, and you guys are leaking information to the media. And the reason why Diddy's lawyers are saying that is because the feds are saying they got those same tapes. So they're saying, how y'all get the same tapes? The official told the newspaper, these are consistent with the videos we have. A federal enforcement source who was involved in the investigation said, after hearing descriptions of the scenes in the videos that the Post viewed, just about everything you can imagine was happening at his party. These are all quotes. Look at y'all screen. Now, our job is to determine whether it was consensual for everyone involved, if anyone has been trafficked, and what laws have been broken. In the videos viewed by the Post, the identities of most of the participants are unknown, but the feds believe that at least some of the victims in the videos they obtained were coerced to perform. So that means the feds in the videos have studied those videos and said, man, bro, these people were coerced to perform. And then it says 2 white men took turns having sex with a very young black woman, right? Peep how the newspaper wrote that. They smart as hell. And then they wrote that also in those video files, it appears to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-list celebrity. Now, again, she told y'all, Ariel Mitchell Smith, Mitchell Kid, told y'all in that interview a month ago. And they came on my channel. Yo, we should have well over 2,000 likes. Smash the like button. Like button's free. She told y'all on News Nation in that interview. And they, bro, let me tell y'all something, man. They talked so much shit about this black lady. They talked about her like a dog. Oh, she's a lying bee. She's this, she's that. Look at her. She went on News Nation and said, I seen the tapes. It was Diddy and a very young male. I saw it. She said out because she said they tried to get the tapes to her to sell back to the kid, but she didn't want to do it. She said, I don't want to be, I didn't want to be a part of that because she said that I had to look at the legal limits in that. You know what I'm saying? But they were trying to sell the tape, this tape, back to to the other person that was in the video so that it would never get out to the public. But it's already been copies out there because the feds have already told the New York Post, we got the tapes. Now, hold on. Now, I don't think it was copies out there at that time. I don't think the feds had those copies. But as soon as Courtney Burgess did that interview, he said in that interview that he had those tapes. And he said, look, the feds can come get them right now. I believe the feds wouldn't, because a week later, this article comes out saying in the New York Post that they have now had the tapes. And they got all those quotes from the feds in that article or government officials. That's why Diddy's lawyers went ballistic. And that's why Diddy's lawyers went the other night and posted this. Diddy's lawyers were ballistic, y'all. Ballistic. Ballistic. Diddy's lawyers went. And when I say Diddy's lawyers went ballistic, Diddy's lawyers went, man, they went, man. His lawyers went insane when those videos came out. And remember I told y'all his lawyers put this up right here? Let me show y'all on the screen. His lawyer went and filed after this. So his lawyer went and filed this. Remember I told y'all? And you can read it for yourself. See, the thing about Ticket is I read all the fine print, ladies and gentlemen. I take my time to do the research all the way through and through. Whenever I'm on something, I'm on it for real. So Diddy's lawyers read. You can read it yourself. You can go get all the paperwork offline and read it. See, a lot of people, they talking, but they're not reading the paperwork in the fine print, y'all. So they don't really know what's going on. They just talking based off emotion. They come in here, jockstrap sniffing in my channel off emotion. They're not reading the documents. They're not reading the paperwork. Diddy's lawyers are admitting in that paperwork that they're saying that those videos and these videos are being leaked to the press. So they're basically admitting that these videos are out there. But they're admitting that, you understand what I'm saying? What they doing? Pastor, what's going on, baby? Salute to you, homie. Big dog in the building. You know what it is. They're admitting that, right? So y'all look at that on y'all screen right there. I put it on the screen for y'all just so y'all can see. That's from Diddy's legal team. And Diddy's legal team, and that's just page 1 of what Diddy's legal team put out the other day to the judge. And that first line, read what it says. It says, defendant Sean Combs respectfully submits this additional letter in further support of his October the 23rd letter regarding the proposed gag order. This morning, remember I told y'all, when this article came out, peep this, y'all, and the New York Post said they had those sex tapes. I told y'all it was over with when the Post said they had those sex videos and they said them dudes was young as looking real young in that video. I told y'all it was over with. Diddy's lawyers immediately put out an order to respond to that because there was those quotes from those alleged government officials in there. And look at what it says right there. It says, this morning, the New York Post published an article. We'll call it Exhibit A, containing false, inflammatory, prejudicial remarks attributed to a federal law enforcement source who is involved in the government's investigation. The article describes purported videos and photos supposedly depicting Mr. Combs and notes that the Post described the scenes to the federal agent for comment. The federal agent reported to the Post the following: these are consistent with the videos we have, end quote. Just about everything you can imagine was happening at Mr. Combs' party. Now, our job is to determine whether this was consensual for everyone involved, if anyone has been trafficked, and what laws have been broken, end quote. It's sick shit, end quote. Look, if they were just having sex, this is what's going to destroy Diddy right here. This would let y'all know that the feds, they got him on them tapes. They just waiting to make sure that they hit that nigga with everything else when they come with that superseding indictment. And anybody want to bet, I got any amount of money, that superseding indictment going to be at least 150 pages. Anybody want to bet? They working on the case. When they come in that super, because everybody was like, oh, well, this on the indictment only had 17 pages. Remember, Diddy's indictment had 17 pages. Mike Jeffrey's indictment only had 10 pages. Mike Jeffrey from Abercrombie and Fitch's indictment was only 10 pages. Diddy's indictment was 17 pages. The first one. The second Diddy indictment, that SOB gonna be 150 pages. They gonna come and hit him with the Super Saigon because they got all those tapes. But look what it says right here, y'all. That fourth little dot, it says, look, and I quote, if this were just him having sex parties with a bunch of horny adults, we would not be having this conversation. That's perfectly legal. But that's not, look at what he said. That's not what we're talking about here. This man is a predator. There y'all have it right there. There y'all have it right there. The feds allegedly told the newspaper, and I quote, they're saying the feds told the newspaper, and this was in the article. I told y'all this. Look, and this is quotes. If this were just, because everybody was like, oh man, what's the problem with him having 1,000 bottles of baby oil? He's just having sex. You can have freaky sex. Feds say, no, 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 no. You're not finna do that to us. We got the tapes. See, y'all ain't got the tapes. Feds got the tapes. Feds got the tapes. It says, look, if this were just him having sex parties with a bunch of horny adults, we wouldn't be having this conversation. That's perfectly legal. They said, but that's not what we're talking about. This man is a predator. That means what they saw in those tapes, oh my Jesus. It says, and I'm telling you guys right, it says the federal agent's statements clearly constitute opinions by a government agent that have a substantial likelihood with a fair trial or otherwise prejudicing the due administration of justice, right? So Diddy's lawyers are still denying this in the public and saying that, oh, these are just his opinions. Because Diddy's lawyers, they cannot admit to what's on those tapes. Diddy's lawyers would have never admitted to what was on those Cassie tapes before they knew that there was another tape out. They would have got hit. If they would have held, I want y'all to think about this. I want everybody to think about this. Let's say that Cassie tape never got out. Never got out. And the feds went and popped Diddy. Now, I want everybody in the chat room to think about this. And this is why I always look at it from both sides. Because niggas be like, come on, Ticket, man. Why you always right now taking up for these ladies and stuff like that? Listen, I don't think all women tell the truth. I'm not on that boat. But I'm not also on the boat where it's F all women. Bro, we need women in life. The men are supposed to protect the women. The good ones. How we know? Listen, let me ask y'all a question. Listen, it's all y'all that keep coming to my channel talking shit sometimes. Let me tell y'all something, bro. You niggas is the type of Negroes. Your daughters are never going to tell you anything if they ever violate it. Because if your daughter grows up and watches you destroying any woman that come out with allegations, instead of sitting back and listening and saying, you know what, let me see what's going on here first before I make my assumption. She's never going to tell you anything because she's going to assume that you think she's a liar. And then we wonder why women don't come out with no allegations and stuff like that. That's because they are either afraid of your reaction as a man, or they just think you ain't going to believe them, call them a liar, defame them, talk shit about them, say they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Say they full of shit, say they lying bees, lying hoes, like they did with Cassie. I got all the tapes on YouTube before the Cassie tape came out. And see, I want y'all to think about this. I need everybody to use y'all mind to think about this. If that Cassie tape never came out in the public and it was just a federal indictment, oh my God, niggas would have went crazy. Niggas would have went crazy on YouTube. Because they would have said, oh, they tearing a black man, they doing this nigga dirty. Oh, they full of shit, man. They some back alley hoes running around here capping for this hoe. She ain't nothing. Diddy ain't do shit to her. And then they would have had a Mark Furman moment in the court. If y'all go back to the O.J. Simpson trial, when nobody knew that the late great Johnny Cochran had those tapes of Mark Fuhrman using the N-word. And that changed the entire case because it showed y'all the prejudice and the racism that was still going on in the police station. And he pulled up those tapes in court, surprised it. And he said, Mark Fuhrman, have you ever used the term against, have you ever used the N-word to describe black men or black folks? And he said, no, I've never used that term. Okay, cool, no problem. Beep. Play that tape right there. Now, is that you on there saying the N-word multiple times? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I plead the fifth. Okay, yeah, get your lying ass off the stand. See, if they would have put Diddy lawyers up there and said, hey, Diddy's lawyers would have said, hey, well, these things never happened in these allegations against Cassie. If there was never a tape at that time that was present, but there was always a tape. They just didn't know it was a copy. So all these people would have got burnt. And imagine if they would have never saw that tape. Imagine how much more Cassie would have been demonized if they would have never seen that tape. I want y'all to think about that. And y'all wonder why a lot of women don't come forward, right? See, here's the thing, and this is why it makes it unfair. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. It makes it unfair because men out here getting the hell beat out of them and violated too. See, it's some men out here that's getting violated too by women. By women. Whether the women out here beating on these niggas every day, manipulating these niggas, all kind of, see, I'm going to talk about it both ways. But see, that part don't never get talked about. That part never get talked about. How you got women doing manipulative shit, beating the fuck out of niggas, throwing shit at these niggas. Trying to dare these niggas to come out and do something crazy to them. See, that's the part y'all don't want to talk about. That needs conversation. And that's why y'all and the ladies keep coming and thinking, well, why these dudes are so harsh and they want to act like, well, because you have multiple, and guess what? Men are looked at as weak if they report that shit. Men aren't believed if they report that shit because they're bigger and stronger. So if you a man in a relationship and you sitting here getting the hell beat out you by your wife, she coming in the house or your girl slapping the shit out of you, throwing stuff at you, disrespect you, I'm telling you, throwing plates at you, all kind of stuff. Y'all seen that video that happened with Erica Mena and that dude, Safari. Safari standing at the door. This girl come over there throwing shit, punching the nigga, punching him while he on his phone, all this shit. She couldn't lie about that tape. He put that tape out. See? And all he had to do was turn around one time and haul off and hit that chick, and he going to prison. He going to prison. But I want y'all to think about this. He got on tape that girl, and you think that if he beat her ass, she wouldn't have put the tape out? So he didn't do nothing to that woman. It was her beating him, and y'all seen it on that tape. She ain't get locked up. Then nobody come get her and say, hey man, she did that in front of the kids. And that's the reason why y'all wonder why a lot of these Negroes is so cold-hearted. Because ladies, y'all need to start keeping this shit 100 too and holding the ladies accountable for the dumb shit they out here doing. See, that y'all didn't think I was going to talk about that, but I'm going to talk about that part too. So that's why when these women come out with allegations, these dudes be like, man, the hell with them shorties, man, the hell with them. Because it ain't fair on both sides. If that video came out of Safari doing the same thing to Erica Mena that she was doing, Safari be in prison right now. They would have went and picked Safari up right now if they had him on tape, hitting Erica Mena on tape. Erica Mena's on tape, slapping and pushing this man, hitting this man in his face, and she walking free chilling. Now think about that part. Think about that part. And I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of dudes that go through that shit all the time. And they feel like they trapped. Why? Because they either got a kid with the shorty or something else. And they automatically feel like, damn, dog, I go to court, I'm going to lose this shit anyways. So y'all got to think about that stuff, man. It goes both ways. See what I'm saying? And then, who's to not say that Cassie hit Diddy sometimes? We don't know that. None of us were on the inside. We don't know that. We just seen Cassie beat the shit out of Cassie, and the nigga need to go to prison for that. But if Cassie was putting her hands on Diddy too, she need to take her ass to prison too. And these is facts. Now, I'm not saying if it was in self-defense. I'm saying if she was out here abusing the nigga, slapping the nigga, punching the nigga, he ain't doing shit, she need to go to prison too. Because like I said, should no man put their hands on a woman, and should no woman put their hands on a man. See what I'm saying? But like I said, that Erica Mena tape is a perfect example of Safari standing at the door just chilling. And she come walling off, hitting this dude in front of the kids, climbing over the fence, acting like a bat out of hell, attacking the man in front of the kids, hitting the man from behind. What type of time is that, bro? And he's sitting right there just taking that shit, like, straight up, just taking it. Right? But I didn't hear nobody. I did a video on that. But I didn't hear nobody else on YouTube talking about Erica Mena need to be thrown in prison for what she did, except for maybe Kwame Brown. I didn't hear nobody else. Nobody else saying they need to put this crazed, insane, untamed woman, if that's what she is, in prison for what she did. Because you're doing that in front of your kids, and they wondering why y'all raising youth that come up and grow up to beat their spouse. Because they grow up watching that shit. Right? So it's a thin line with all of this stuff. You feel me? Thin line. So, you know, and I'm just telling y'all what's going on. That man, Safari, would have been in prison if he would have got caught on tape doing what he did to Erica Mena. But Erica Mena did hit that man, that shit on tape multiple times in front of the kids. And first of all, Dane came and took her kids and said that you're unfit. You ain't heard nothing about that. Why protective services ain't gonna take the youngest after they seen that video? First thing they should have did is went and took the youngest and gave him to Safari. First thing they should, she's unfit. You seen the tape? Woman climbing over a 10-foot fence. Y'all seen the tape? Right? Attacking this man. Rosalind, I don't want to hear about I'm repetitive. No, because you don't have no problem when I'm being repetitive when we rightfully cooking Diddy. So don't get mad when I'm being repetitive cooking these ladies that's out here beating the hell out these niggas, ma'am. Keep that same energy, ma'am. Keep that same energy, Rosalind. This is why the dudes don't be respecting y'all. Because you don't want to keep the same energy. You don't want to keep that same effort and that same energy when we cooking on some real shit, Rosalind. So respectfully, ma'am, keep that same energy. See, that's y'all problem right there. You don't want to keep that same energy. Because I'm going to repeat it. Why is she not in prison? And why haven't the kids been awarded to Safari after that tape came out of that woman beating the hell out that man in front of them kids like that? She's unfit. She's unfit. And he got to pay her child support? Think about this, y'all. This nigga got to pay her child support of like $4,000 a month while she whipping his ass in front of the kids. And protective services ain't even went and got the kids and said, you know what, we're going to give them to her father. A judge should have automatically gave them kids to his father and took her off child support. Right? But ain't nobody arguing about that except for us. I did the video about it. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. And he put out tape. He put out video evidence to prove it. But when Diddy hit Cassie, Diddy need to go to prison. Diddy need to be under the prison. Diddy's done. All of this shit. Which he is a scumbag. Get his ass up out of here. But what about Erica Mena? Erica Mena sat up there and hit that man. Erica Mena been out here referring to women as monkeys and stuff like that, black women. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? They don't want to talk about that, though. That part. That part. And y'all make it make sense. And look how everybody left that building. When I said that about Erica Mena, about 300 people left. They don't like it when you're telling the truth all the way down the line and you ain't leaning either way. You just telling the truth. So the same way y'all love me for keeping it real on this Diddy shit, love me for keeping it real on that shit with Erica Mena. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Blessings.